Turn number 1. There you see Wilson right in front of Carroll. Back on board with the 27-year-old from Northern Ireland. Let's check back up front because Will Power is now 0.8 of a second in front of Ryan Briscoe. And Rafi Matos has a great run going. He's 3 seconds back, Jamie Little.
Yes, and he's running third right now, but we just got word from Gilles de Ferrin, a co-owner of the team. He said Rafa has lost all telemetry on his car. They're not sure what's going on. They can't see anything from here on the pit box. All they can do is communicate with him over the radio, so we will keep an eye on the 2 car.
That would be a tough break if that develops into a bigger problem, but right now he is doing a very nice job of driving 3 seconds behind the race lead. And of course that was Gilles de Ferrin, one of the team principals of that number 2 Honda Dallara. Let's talk a little bit while we got a chance. As you can see, 28 laps to go here with Will Power out in front, and get you caught up with the calendar. NASCAR Nationwide Series will be at Chicago. We'll have it Friday 7:30 Eastern on ESPN. Then on Saturday, NHRA Northwest Nationals qualifying on ESPN2 at 10 Eastern. On Sunday it'll be the finals on ESPN2 at 11:30 Eastern time. And what about the IndyCar Series? Well, the IZOD Series will stop at Toronto Sunday, July 18th, 2 weeks, 12:30 Eastern on ABC. We'll return after this message from our ABC stations.
Happy 4th of July.
And a happy 4th of July to you guys, and welcome back here to Watkins Glen International. That is our race leader, Will Power, by 1.3 seconds over his teammate at Team Penske, Ryan Briscoe, and Rafi Matos running a career best 3rd right now, doing a great job.
And for Will Power, he has dropped down 1 mile an hour the lap previous to this. He just dropped down 2 miles an hour on the lap he just completed. So is he trying to stretch his fuel mileage just a little longer? By my calculations, originally he probably would have to have come in somewhere around lap 37, just about 2 laps from now. If he can get himself to maybe lap 39, would there be a possibility he could come in and get that one last stop and maybe get to the end? That's the question that's probably going on right now in the Penske pits.
Well, and you also notice on the drop down, the push to pass. We've seen a lot of guys using it. Will Power has used it. There's a total of 12 in your bank, and it lasts a total of 22 seconds. He's used it 5 times. Ryan Briscoe has used it 4 times. So he has 8 remaining. Rafi Matos of the top 3 has used it to most. He only has 5 pushes left.
And push to pass, as we mentioned before, you get the opportunity to use it, and it lasts 22 seconds. An extra 10 horsepower, uses a couple hundred extra RPM, also uses more fuel. So if you're trying to make some fuel mileage here, you're probably not going to be that anxious to go ahead and use it.
Let's look a little bit further back. We had this battle going on right before the break, and there's Mario Moraes. He has got a great run going as well. He is up to 5th. His best finish so far this year was 6th back at Long Beach.
And Marco Andretti came up the hill, almost ran into the back of Tony Kanaan, had to lock the brakes up, and that in turn has put Justin Wilson right on his tail, running a bit of a defensive line through 10 and 11, although I do think Marco is a little bit quicker at this time.
One car taking a dive into pit lane. We saw that in the back there, and it looks like it's actually Takuma Sato that has come into pit lane, and Danica Patrick is following as well. Let's send it to Rick DeBrule.
Yeah, Danica Patrick bringing it in. They're going to put on the red alternate tires. She's been running with a higher downforce setting. She wanted a more comfortable car, but apparently a higher downforce, perhaps not as much speed, more comfort. They do make a change on the right front wing, and she's out.
Sato also comes out behind her. There you can see out the rear view. There he is coming down pit lane as well. So they'll rejoin the battle. We'll sort out their positions. And look at the action that we still have going as Adam Carroll is fighting with Justin Wilson. That is for 8th position as they head into the toe of the boot. climb up that hill. It's about 60 to 75 feet from the base of the boot all the way up to that top. Carroll takes a peek on the inside of turn 8, says, nah, I better not try it right now, and ends up costing him a little bit more distance on the exit.
Very difficult to pass Justin Wilson with all his road course experience that he has of various tracks around the world. One of the smoothest drivers you'll ever see pilot a race car around a circuit. Just watch how close he gets to the lines. Uses up all the distance of the racetrack, and as Adam Carroll then peels in for his pit stop.
So Adam Carroll, and he is the very first pit stall on entry, and the Boost team goes to work. Now, he is not scheduled to race at Toronto in 2 weeks. Uh-oh, trouble on the right rear.
Difficulty, and we see that the Reds they took off, they're going on with brand new black tires, the standard tire.
And while all this is going on, he comes back out onto the racetrack. And we can tell you Will Power's lead, 1.7 seconds.
And also we're on lap 37, which by calculations we thought he would at least get to. How much further can he make it? Could he get as great a fuel mileage as we saw with Scott Dixon? Will he be able to eke out those extra couple of laps and a chance to maybe get far enough in this race so he can have that one and last stop?
One of the things I just noticed, Scott, he has used 2 more push to passes in an effort to open up some more ground, perhaps, getting ready for this pit stop. He is coming up on Milcaduno right now.
Pit lane.
And he is going to bring it into pit lane.
On 37.
So that's doing the math. That's going to be tough. At 21 more laps, put you at 59. And Vince, you're going to be busy because Briscoe's coming in right behind him.
Looking at the car of Will Power, he was your leader prior to the pit stop. Now Briscoe, red stickers for Power, red sticker tires for Power, and for Briscoe, they went the red stickers as well with a half turn of front wing. So both the Penske cars have now gone to red sticker tires.
And a gaggle of cars have come in, including Rafa Matos. He has already made his stop. He's back out. Justin Wilson is in. Ryan Hunter-Ray is in. Here is Tony Kanaan, Mario Marias. He has made his stop. And this all happening with 22 laps to go. So this is going to come down to fuel strategy again. Here comes Wilson. They're 3 wide. That's Hideki Muto in the middle. Simona Di Silvestro behind.
And in that exchange there with the Penske teams, Briscoe got out in front of Power. You saw Will Power get an extra turn of front wing during that pit stop. And that's probably why he wanted to have a shot at opening up that gap to his teammate Briscoe, because he knew he had to take a moment just to have that wing adjustment.
Dario Franchitti is your race leader right now by 1.1 seconds over Dan Weldon. Now Franchitti's last pit stop was on lap 18. They are making excellent fuel mileage. He is laid out, so is Dan Weldon. You saw the 4, about the 6 stop pit stalls further back on that shot. And here comes the race leader. So Franchitti coming in here with now 21 laps to go as he goes by this time. And if they can do this, this will be their last stop, Vince. He's coming your way.
Dario Franchitti going to go to the red scuffed tires for Franchitti. Remember, he's already won the Indianapolis 500 this year. He's had good runs here at Watkins Glen, but he's never been able to win the race. His hero, Jim Clark, won it 3 times. Dario hopes today is his day, as we got a yellow now incident on the track.
Simona Di Silvestro has crashed coming out of the boot. There you see on the right of your screen where she is on the track, and the damage on the left side is severe enough that it's going to end her day.
And one answer we now know, as we're going to watch a replay here of Simona coming through the turn on the gas, a little bit wide by the looks of it. The back end comes around, she counter steers, the car then grips and pitches her into the Armco barrier. But Marty, right now with this yellow, everybody that has pitted will be good to go to the end. As you see up in front of you as you ride aboard with Danica Patrick right now, the car steps out a little bit, she counter steers, and then it collects itself and gets the grip and goes back into the Armco.
One more look at it. Simona's best finish this year, 14th back at the Indianapolis 500. She's not going to be happy with when she sees that video. Tough break for the 78 team, and she's okay. And we will go side by side. We'll reset it for you when we come back. On the Bases with ESPN.